The Carraresi were an important family of northern Italy in the 12th to 15th centuries. As signori of Padua, their overwhelming power and patronage placed them in an isolated position far outshining any other single family. Their extensive land holdings in the Paduan contado were supplemented by extensive property within the comune itself, and the political prominence made them comparable to the Scaligeri of contemporary Verona, or the Visconti of Milan.Margaret Plant has examined how, in its period of domination in Padua from 1337 to 1405, the House of Carrara sustained a singular chapter in the history of patronage. Francesco il Vecchio, son of Giacomo, a close friend of Petrarch in his early years, was a noted patron of Petrarch himself and commissioned frescoes illustrating Petrarch's De Viris Illustribus in the Palazzo, California 1367–79. Employing Guariento and others, Petrarch's retirement years were spent at Aqua, a Carrara fief, and he bequeathed to Francesco his picture of the Virgin by Giotto. Coming from Carrara Santo Stefano, near Padua, the family had their origin in a certain Gamberto of Lombard origin, to judge from his name and that of his son Luitolfo, founder of the Abbey of Carrara in 1027. Gamberto was signor of Castrum Carrarii, the Castello of Carrara San Giorgio, faithful to the emperors generation after becoming lords of Pernamia. In 1338 they ousted the Veronese della Scala from Padua and became the lords of that city. In 1388 a coalition of Milanese and Venetian forced Francesco il Vecchio to abdicate in favor of his son. The Venetians invested Padua as Venetian territory in 1405. The elder Carrarese line was extinguished with the murders of Francesco Novello da Carrara and all his sons by Marsilio and Bishop Stefano in a Venetian prison in 1406. Marsilio died soon after, and Stefano fled to Rome, where he lived until 1448. All Paduan bishops to the end of the Venetian Republic, with two exceptions, were Venetian nobles. The baptistery at Padua, which was under Carraresi's patronage and served as the mortuary chapels, reverted to the bishop and the cathedral chapter. Its Carrarese tombs were removed when the floor level was raised. Part of the palace in Padua is still standing. Notable parts of the Loggia and the Sala dei Giganti. They erected the important Abbazia di Santo Stefano Abbey in the locality Carrara Santo Stefano, between the modern Due Carrara and Padua. The abbey's church, dedicated to St. Stephen, is still standing today and contains, among others, the tomb of Marsilio da Carrara. In the 15th century the Carraresi were represented in the cadet male line of the two descended from 13th century brothers Marsilio and Jacopino. The emprise of the family coat of arms is a four-wheeled cart, and the family colors are red and white in a checkerboard arrangement. Notable members: Gamberto, Luitolfo da Carrara, who founded the Abbazia of Santo Stefano in Due Carrara, Artuccio, Gamberto, Marsilio, Jacopino, Jacopo, called the Great Lord of Padua, Marsilio, Lord of Padua, Ubertinello, Lord of Padua, Marsilieto Papafava, Lord of Padua, Jacopo II, Lord of Padua, Francesco il Vecchio, Lord of Padua, Francesco Novello, Francesco III, Giacomo, Marsilio.